Hey guys, Brian Schroeder here with Buyers Club. We got Nick and Alexis Thiele with us with Nex Level Maintenance. And Nick, I wa- we got a bunch of real estate investors in this group here. And I want you to talk to the real estate investor about what Next Level Maintenance is. Give them an idea of what service you provide to them.
Absolutely. So what we are is a niched maintenance management company. So if you have over 5 rental properties and you operate in our service area, which are areas that are very popular to have rentals in, like Hazelwood, Florissant, Overland, St. John, St. Charles, and a lot of areas in St. Louis County.
Okay.
If you got more than 5,
Okay.
we will handle all of the maintenance associated with that property directly with the tenant. So you would provide us with a retainer depending on the volume of properties that you have,
Okay.
and we'll handle paying these guys, getting the work done. We'll use our 10 years of experience and over 300 full interior remodels behind our belt to navigate the most appropriate fix for whatever the problem may be, to accommodate not only the landlord but also the tenant in place.
So the landlord that has more than 5 properties that wants to manage it themselves, right?
Right, that's right.
But they don't want to take the maintenance calls.
Yeah, so if you want to know who lives in your house, if you want to run them yourself, if you want to hand pick them, but you don't want to call when they're backing up the toilet,
Right.
or when the power goes out, those are the people that we fit with the best. You want that personal connection with the people that live in your property,
Yep.
but you don't want to deal with who's going to tighten the door on the cabinet when
Right.
it's loose.
Yep.
So that's where we come in, because we just get it done. We get the call directly from the tenant. We normally follow up within 24 to 48 hours, depending on the severity of the situation, and it's handled just like that.
Well, when you have that, you're at that point where you have to get it back up to code, get the inspection passed, or you're just trying to get that very quick turnaround for your
After a tenant had moved out.
Right, and then you'll just call us up and we'll handle it so you can get it back on the market and get going.
Yep, we'll greatly limit the amount of time that house sits empty or vacant. We'll get in there, we'll turn it back to what it was, and we'll get it ready for you to put somebody back into it.
I love that. That's an awesome service for the investor that wants to manage themselves, but they don't have their maintenance crew. So you're their maintenance crew for
That's
them.
right. That's right. No monthly service. You pay per service.
Okay.
So as they come up, and we track all of your expenses through the retainer that you provide. And once that retainer gets low, we'll turn in all the invoices for everything that's occurred. We'll update you to all the maintenance that we've provided. You'll refill the pot, and we'll keep on going.
Now, do you have a setup in a way where tenants can call you guys directly, or does the tenant call you just give them your cell phone?
So
or
I got 2 phones.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty good,
I got
actually.
2 phones on me at all times. So one is personal, one is strictly for maintenance management. So this
Okay.
phone over here is only provided to the tenants. So the tenants have this line directly. And we also have a system that we use through Buildium,
Okay.
where the tenants can provide pictures, a description of the task, and then we'll reach out and we can send service orders and comments and things of that nature through Buildium. So the general tasks will come in through Buildium, we'll field them there, and then we also have the phone for emergencies or more important instances in maintenance.
All right. I think it's an awesome service. You guys, it's a great idea. I think there's a big demand for something like this.
Thank you.
I always like to end this video with a fun or crazy or interesting or educational story. So since you guys, not only do you do maintenance for rentals, you guys own rentals too. And do you guys, I remember you telling me about, and I seen it actually, your 4-family when it just rained and rained and rained and it flooded out. So what happened when that happened?
Yeah, the one negative mark on our maintenance that wasn't maintainable, that's for sure.
We found out
So,
what floodplain really looked like.
yeah, so we owned a 4-family in the floodplain. And you've known me for a while. I've never shied away from a risk.
You're not. You are a risk taker.
So the numbers worked. The
Yes.
flood insurance factored in. We got it all together. We made it through some rains a couple years in. So we wake up this morning and it was during this great big rain, 2 days of rain.
Yep.
I get a call from my tenants, wake me up 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Phone blowing up, sending me videos, pictures. Our porch is about 6 feet up until you walk up the steps to get to the first level.
Yep.
And they couldn't even leave the porch. The water had risen all the way 6-7 feet up until it was level with the first level by the time we had first got the calls at 5 a.m.
So the parking lot had 6 foot of water in it?
You couldn't see the cars anymore in the
There
parking
is no
lot.
basement anymore.
So, and by 7:30 or so, FEMA was boating people out of the apartment complex through the windows because
That's actually impressive that they got out there that quick.
they were they were out there very quickly, and they were boating our tenants out in emergency rafts because the water had made it to about 2 or 3 feet up on the first level.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, probably 8 foot up the building from the sidewalk to where it was. It was pretty. It was maintenance that we could not provide service for, needless to say.
How did you feel that morning?
Pretty helpless, you know,
Yeah.
because there wasn't really a lot I could do.
Right.
You couldn't go there. You
Right.
can't help. You can't, you know, all you can do
Our
is.
tenants on the top floor were sending videos. They were actually very happy.
Happy?
Because there's no water. They're
Yeah.
completely dry.
Well, they were safe.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but you just feel helpless and at the mercy of the process.
Yes.
Because at that point, you're just waiting for other people to tell you kind of what to do next in there. So thankfully, there was no real serious issues as far as the tenants go.
Yeah.
They were all able to get out. Everybody was safe. You know, I'm not sure if they had renter's insurance or not. It's something that, you know.
It's also a good reason, though, to have
It's a
renter's
good reason to have renter's insurance.
Yes.
Small cost for a big savings for sure.
Wow. Well, thanks for that story. It's a crazy one, but that happens.
It does in the floodplain at least.
Never again.
Hopefully never again.